I say very carefully what I'm about to say. But I don't expect to see a trial for Tyler Robinson. I don't expect Tyler to be alive for a trial. I just don't. And the reason why is that knowing the level of evil and knowing the people that we're dealing with and what they did to Epstein and what they do to countries and people and leaders and death today means nothing. To remove a problem, like is the great mafia expression, like a stone in my shoe, means nothing. To expurgate, to bodilerize, to emend, to ablate, to surgically remove a problem today is something that we're just used to. It's so easy. And the reason why it's easy and the reason why I put more weight on it is that we don't care about it. We won't follow up with it. If Tyler Robinson is just no more, there is no more to this problem regarding the investigation of Charlie. It's done. He obviously did it. It was a guilty conscience. Look. See? We knew it the whole time. We knew it the whole time. We knew it. I knew it was him. I knew it. I knew it was he. He'll write a note. He's good on notes. Hell, we find notes underneath keyboards and notes that were burned but are reduced to photos. Notes and letters and messages that aren't even authenticated, that defy the rules of evidence. We don't even need to worry about them anymore. We don't worry about them. If you say he said it, that's good enough. Somebody overheard it. Somebody, even Lance, even old Junebug or Luna, whatever the hell his nickname was, a furry, lesbian? I don't even know. Who couldn't even say that he ever talked about Charlie or politics to a person so consumed with rage over the issues attendant to trans rights that he risked everything in the most preposterous of stories, using a weapon that cannot even be connected to it. Anywho, one preposterous fact after another, and nobody says anything. Well, we say something. But if one day you wake up and you see, think about this, follow me through with this, just listen to me. If it says tragedy, breaking news, what? Breaking news? What happened with the breaking news? That's right. Tyler Robinson was found unresponsive today in a Utah cell. Jail officials said he was despondent. He was despondent after his last hearing. And you'll have people who say he was despondent. And of course, the throngs of paid Mockingbird influencers will just repeat the meme, the tropisms. We'll just repeat it like mynas, like magpies. Repeating, not reporting. And they'll describe the story, how he was strange. He never fit in. He was a weird duck to begin with. Look at him. Strange, odd, weird. Remember the time he smiled or had a moment of humanity with his lawyer, and they said, he's laughing. He doesn't take it seriously. And the myna birds, the magpies, the Mockingbird influencers just jumped on it, glommed on it, pursuant to their orders, pursuant to their marching orders. You've got to say something. You've got to do this. Okay. It's incredible. Incredible. And then it will be just wrapped up. Sorry, whatever, and all of the questions. Was there an exploding mic? Doesn't matter, it's moot. Was the wound indicative of a 30-06? Doesn't matter, it's moot. Were there warnings? It's moot. It's over. It's moot. It's irrelevant. It's unnecessary to pursue. And you know, and I know, there will be no investigation. Kash Patel isn't going to be looking into this. I guarantee you, nobody will. Nobody from Utah. The prosecutor will think, oh, thank God. Oh, my God. And the judge, oh, God, I got the worst case ever. Oh, relief. Thank God. Thank you, whoever. Sounds far-fetched to you? Does it? Does this sound beyond the realm of reason? And things can be done. Oh, my God. There's something years ago referred to as noose on a bun. You might have heard of this. And what it is it is the black art of poisons. And what it involves is taking sometimes binary materials, seemingly innocuous, rather anodyne, inert, kind of benign, safe, little quinine this and bicarbonate of this and some chemical, or just a trait, nothing. But you mix it with this and pow, and you get some type of a cardiac incident or God knows what. And then when the tox screens are done, it will break down into regular trace elements or maybe an elevated potassium, nothing that says, that screams deadly chemical or whatever. You know what I mean? No fentanyl levels, just elevated, potassium's low. And it's been done. And we prove that we simply don't care. Let me give you an example. The biggest, the greatest example of this ever seen was the case of Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was murdered. And the evidence which is the most important regarding that is the crushed, fractured hyoid bone. The only bone, by the way, it's not connected to anything. It's kind of like free floating. If you put your hand under your finger under your mandible and go back your jaw, go back as far as you can. It's right kind of there behind the thyroid cartilage, which is here. That was crushed. That's always a sign of strangulation, of anterior to posterior strangulation, pressure. Choking, trachea, I can't breathe, versus carotid restraint, which is a part of ligature, suspension, which hypoxia, anoxia, whatever it is, which does not involve the fractures of that and the hyoid and the thyroid cartilage. And the hyoid bone, to fracture that, maybe like a clothesline or something that really is just wow, that's ooh. But nobody cares. Dr. Michael Biden made it very clear. To make a long story short, Bill Barr, the Attorney General, looked at you and said, I think that's exactly what he did. It was suicide. Everybody said this was suicide. Everybody said this. They looked at you. Absolutely. Kash Patel, I was a public defender. And I know this. Dan Bongina might have said something like that. I don't really know. He said so much blather and prattle, I don't even know. But nobody cared. Nobody. Next, Okay. How about that World Cup? Hey, yeah. Just like the rodeo clown. We're just distracted like a child. Jiggle some keys and that's it. 3 people I worry about because I don't want to see anybody harmed before their time. Everybody deserves to live in peace. Tyler, Lance, and Erica. You're dealing with people who are so evil, so, my God, they won't take you out just because you get in the way. They'll take you out in terms of almost like a almost like a false flag to make you think somebody else did it or something. Candace Owens has completely inverted the level of equanimity and equipoise enjoyed by these people. Everything was great till she came along. She has been a burr under their saddle, a pebble in their shoe. She has been a pain in their arse. And she just, the more you try, she's like Mercury. The more you try to push on her, she breaks apart and she is without peer, without equal, she's non-pareil. She does not exist. She is the most important person in the world. Well, not seriously in the world, on the internet. Not in the world, but she's close. She's no Precept Erdogan, but then again, who is? And she has inspired a concatenation of activity and a perfervid excitation, a frisson of activity, the likes of which I've ever seen. And she has so many things up her sleeve. You know what I would do if I were she? Oh, you're not going to believe this. I mentioned this last night. People thought I was crazy. I'm dead serious. I would have her reach out, so to speak, reach out to Erica Kirk and neutralize Erica Kirk by basically saying, it is okay. You forgave Tyler, and I forgive you. I have no war with you. I never wanted to be at war with you. But you declared war against me. And for the sake of our families and the sake of Charlie's memory, let us stop and let me remind you, Erica, the people that are responsible for killing Charlie are still here. And if you think that patsy, if you think that young man is responsible, then they have won. Do you know what that would do? Oh, no, people would say, you can't do this. I'm not saying for anything other than Candace just saying this. Being the better person, the better Christian, the person who says, I have no time for you. You're not a threat to me. It's the greatest neutralized story. I don't have time for you. You're not that important. You're not critical. I want to find out who killed my friend and killed your husband and the father of your children. Join forces. Let's let bygones be bygones. We met once. We had an appomattox of sort, a rapprochement, a détente. We can do it again. Oh my God, they wouldn't know what to do. Can you believe the Mockingbird influencers? What would they say? What do we... You mean we... Do I give the money back? No, keep the money. You know who the guy you got to keep your eye on? Ben Shapiro. And the people behind Ben Shapiro. And it's not necessarily who you think. No. It's more insidious than that. So I've thrown a lot at you, my friends. But if I ran this show, I would say, Tyler, we are going to, pursuant to an agreement, everybody's going to agree, we're going to move you, Tyler. We're going to move you out from any kind of a classic, prototypical prison sentence. We're going to put you in a hospital. It could be a hospital. It could be an Air Force base. We're going to put you in a room where we can watch you. You cannot escape. You cannot escape. You're the sole person in that room. That's it. There's no bed check. There's no general population. There's nobody to hurt you. Nobody to shiv you. We watch what you eat. We watch your clothing. If self-harm is indeed the issue, then we will give you this paper clothing that tears at the slightest tug. And then what we will do is we will provide you with a monitor, lights and cameras constantly, and it detects any differences, any pallor, any drop in temperature, anything to indicate poisoning or something artificial, something in advance of actual evidence of such being noted. And that's what we would do. And we would make sure they couldn't get to you. And one last thing about this case. I know it's fun to talk about little things, minutiae. It's interesting how sloppy they are. The back of the car, the Dodge Charger, is a double, twin barrel, dual car, twin barrel, dual exhaust, single, whatever. Just that's fun. That's good. But do you know what's the most important? The weapon. This is my lint brush. My lint brush is in no way connected with the murder of Charlie Kirk. My lint brush is not in any way connected with having expelled a projectile via combustion or explosion, as is the case of a firearm. The same way the rifle, Granddaddy's old Mauser 98, the same way that rifle is not in any way connected to the expunction, to the ablation, to the abrogation, the Baudelarizing. Did I say ablation? Well, anyway, I'll say it again. To the dispatch of Charlie. This had nothing to do with it, and neither does that rifle. No rifle, not guilty. You can't find somebody guilty when you don't know how he did it. What, some kind of death ray? Ooh, is that it? Maybe he thought. No, you said it was a rifle. You said it was a rifle. You said you said that there was all this DNA on it. DNA from Charlie. DNA from 5 other people. You kept saying this. Well, it was his rifle theoretically, right? Up to and including Junebug or Luna. I don't know why I kept calling him Junebug, but anyway, Luna. So you kept saying that. The rifle. The rifle, by the way, with a $2,000 scope, perhaps, that I'm not even sure whether the rifle you saw was... Anyway, forget the rifle. But if I cannot connect that rifle, it's not guilty. Because leaving the rifle, defining the rifle, is like finding a bazooka, or finding a musket, or finding an H&K, an M4. So what? So what? It's not linked. You can't give me a narrative about a rifle and then you can't connect it. Might as well be a lint brush. I'm going to leave you now, Don Corleone. I'm going to leave you. May your first child be a masculine child. Let me thank you so much. Thank you for following me. Thank you for taking time out of your life. Listen to me. I appreciate that. You've got a lot of important things to do rather than listen to me. But you know what? I'm smart. I'm smart, Mike. I'm smart. I'm Fredo. Hardly. Thank you for watching. Please like this video. Please. Please. It puts us on the HOV lane of watching. Please hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And also make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure that you are connected. Because sometimes people think they're subscribed, but they're not. And by the way, there's a number of means by which you can send me money, cash, liquidate your life savings, send it all to me. I know what you're saying. Wait a minute, why? What do you mean, why? Don't ask any questions. YouTube stuff, stickers, Bitcoin, Filipino Krugerrands, cardboard. You can send me mounds and tons of cardboard. Why? To thank me for what I do, for making your life a little better, a little smarter. Ain't you proud to beg, sweet darling? Please don't leave me. Don't you go. All right, my friends, on behalf of a grateful nation, I thank you not for what you are, but for what you appear to be. And now I'm going to leave you and remind you, as I always do, the monkey's dead, the show's over, sue you, dad.